Hello, YouTube. How's everybody doing? Yes, I'm still kicking around. I've not done a whole lot. So let me just fill you in on a few little things. Start off with the fireworks never happened a couple weekends ago, the long weekend. I was looking forward to it. I love fireworks. I have since I was a young child. We had crappy weather. It was just nasty, and if they did put them on, we would have probably been inside like their house, the relative's house trailer, and I wouldn't have gotten great video anyhow. So it was a no go. So that's first thing off my table. Second thing, the only thing I've been really working on, and I know normally I do my whips on Wednesday, but I'm hoping to have this one done before then, is a time sensitive project. Although I just literally started making it the other day, and it's for Judy at Witch Piece Craft for her book buddy AU. And right now, the book that I'm working on, I got 2 books to do. I'll get this one, like I said, done today, and then get the other one started today. Fingers crossed. But this book was about a panda or a polar bear and a brown bear. So I got the brown bear somewhat made. There are little black eyes. I know. I looked and I'm thinking about getting. I still have a lot of them, so I don't really want to buy any new eyes to get these ones down to like the nitty gritty. So, anyways, there's the bear. And then I do have 2, and they're going to be very tiny, and I do apologize, but they were only 4 stitches in a magic ring. Little brown round pieces. They're the inner part of the ears. And I do have the outer part of the ears made. There's 1. There is 2. And then these little inner parts, you just kind of sew them on like that. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Parts are all made. They're all here. Just not put together. Then the other book, it's about a horse wanting to be a unicorn. And I got to laugh because the book I'm using for this, which is my Donut Buddy book, I've shown it in past videos. I'd show it now, but actually, no, it's right here. I can show it to you. I thought it was away in the bag, but it's not. So this is the book I'm using. It is available on Canadian Amazon, so I would imagine it's possibly be available on the US. Now, I don't know if you guys in the US can order off of Canadian Amazon. I know here in Canada, a couple of things I've ordered in the past, I got off the US site because I couldn't get it on Canada's site. So I don't know if you guys in the US can order off of Canadian Amazon and then it'll get shipped to the US. I don't know. Now, mind you, when I did that, that was before all the tariff stuff. So anyways, that's the donut I'm currently working on. And then, like I said, there is a horse and there is a unicorn in the book. I'm going to actually make the unicorn. Just because I've been wanting to make it, and now I'm happy I get to make it. Hopefully, like I said, get started today. So, another piece of news. My mosaic blanket that I had started is a no-go. This past weekend, hubby and I were going out to do a bit of running around grocery shopping and had to make a couple pit stops here and there. So I said, hey, can we stop by our public library? Reason was I want to print off the pattern I was using for that mosaic blanket. I tried copying and pasting it to my Facebook so that I could hopefully, bring it back up, print it. I thought it wouldn't let me. It wouldn't give me the URL in blue so I can click on it. So that was a no-go. Then I thought, okay, where did I get this pattern from exactly? I never wrote it down. So I thought, okay, well, maybe it was off YouTube. Because at the time I was looking at a bunch on YouTube. I looked, I couldn't find the same pattern. I even went in my history and looked through there. And before I knew it, I was at the Mikey, the Crochet Crowd doily that I made that was pink and white just a little bit ago. So I thought, okay, if I haven't come across it now, I won't because I'm too far down in my history. So I thought, okay, it wasn't on YouTube. Then I thought, okay, I do know also I went on Mary Maxim. because sometimes Mary Max will have free patterns on their site. So I thought, okay, let's check it out. I went and checked it out. Couldn't find mosaic blanket that I'm working on at all. So I thought, okay, I don't know where I got it from. Now, it did say at the top of it was a yarn inspiration. So I thought, okay, So I tried going on Yarn Inspirations website and Burnett website looking for the pattern, and I could not find it. I even had a memory stick here, and I tried to figure out how to put it on it. I could just plug that into the computer at school, at the library, and print it, because I don't have a printer here at home. Couldn't do it, so I gave up on it. I thought, you know what? We're going to see if I can find a new pattern while I'm at the library and print it off and make it. Yeah, that was a no-go as well. I wrote down my email information, username, password, because I don't remember some of my sites I go on. I do have a different password than others. I've got it all memorized in a book. So as I did that, I also did my Facebook, just in case maybe going on the library's computer, maybe the URL code would work. Nope, that was a no-go. So I went into my emails, just so I can click on the one for Pinterest. You guys have heard me talk about Pinterest way back when, because I used to use it a lot until the last time I used it, which I was looking at mosaic mandala blankets. I got a virus, and my son had to reset my computer for a factory reset. So I determined, okay, no more Pinterest, not at home at least. I'm not putting my computer through that again. My son kind of gave me that evil eye because he's had to do this now a few times for me, and he is getting annoyed. I really need him to show me step by step how to do it. I need to make very well notes and have everything I need to type in and when and so on. So I could do it myself if I get another, issue. Try to avoid it at all costs. So I thought, okay, so I'm on Pinterest. I actually found a couple of really nice patterns. I thought, okay, let's click on them to open the actual site up to bring up the patterns so I could print them. Yeah, that was a no-go. I couldn't log into my Pinterest because I didn't write it down. So it was a total waste of my time. Like I spent, when I go to the library, you get an hour free on your library card. And I spent over 20 minutes trying to do all this. And I thought, okay, I can't open anything because I even looked at some just mini graphs of actual mandala patterns and then other patterns that, I've been kind of researching on how to turn into mandala or mosaic patterns, sorry. And I found a bunch of different graphs that I would love to print. And of course, I didn't bring graph paper with me or, markers or pens or anything like that. I just wanted to print everything and deal with it when I got home. And when I go, now I can easily go on Pinterest and pull up the graph, but not click on it and then draw them out. Here at home, I just didn't want to do that. And then all of a sudden, a light bulb went off. Lori, the armchair chef, had a birthday celebration not too long ago. I participated in it. And we were all winners, actually, because there was enough prizes to go with enough people that entered. So I thought, awesome. Now, it was originally a bucket hat I'd won. So when I won, I sent my information to Lori right away and stuff so she could send it to the person who was sending me my prize. Then Lori got back to me actually pretty quickly after she'd heard from the other person. And she's like, she didn't realize there was someone in Canada that was entering. Are you okay with like a $20 Amazon card? I'm like, oh, for sure. No problem if she wants to send me that, right? Can always use Amazon or PayPal. So next thing you know, I did reassure Lori that this is the email I use. It's my only email I use for this stuff. Well, then I got a message the next morning from the other person verifying it was my email. And I'm like, yep, it's me. I'm the one that won your bucket hat, blah, 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 so on, so on. She's okay, I'll send you a $25 Amazon card. Because when I said, I confirmed, I also said I could do Amazon or PayPal, either or. Pretty flexible. Well, she decided to send me Amazon. Now, I'd won that I want to say about 3 weeks ago now. About that, maybe, about 3 weeks ago. So in my hand, I got an Amazon package. Now, I don't know why I didn't think to do this before now. Especially after the weekend I had, and I could have avoided it all along. Now, this is what I purchased with my Amazon. I'm going to take a picture of it so I can send it to Lori and the other one, because I did tell her once I picked out a prize, I'd show her what I bought. So, yep, a mosaic book. Haven't looked at it yet. The bag was just open, so that it was, easy access. And I do know this one here, the Christmas tree. I have looked at that one in the past. I've actually watched a video on how to do it. That was one of the very first mosaic patterns I ever looked at on YouTube. Unfortunately, I don't have green as my color. I'm using white and blue. But yeah, it's a nice little book. Not 100% sure what's all in here. Oh, it's got talking about the materials and equipment. It shows you all the different yarn weight and stuff for different types of yarn, which is always nice. Talks about crochet hooks. I'm just going to skim through it. Pin needles, measuring tape, like the sewer measuring tape, stitch markers, scissors, row counters, different ways to hold the crochet hook. Oh, it even shows you some techniques on how to hold the yarn and crochet. So it's for beginners, more like. Shows you how to make chains, other stitches, work in the round. That's not bad. So if you're going to teach somebody, it's a pretty good book. It's like really, really good. Shows you how to do two together. Like I said, working in rounds with the magic loop or with the chain to make the round. Not bad. Then it actually shows you how to do the mosaic and how the chart is written right here. So that's pretty helpful. And it gives you a little chart for the rows as well. Definitely going to be good because I've only made a bookmark in mosaic. And it was supposed to be a coaster, but I didn't like how lumpy it was. I thought, I don't trust sitting a hot coffee or hot tea on it. And then there's a few more. Oh, it even shows you what the back looks supposed to look like. So there's some more examples of how to work up the stitch. Well, it's not bad. It's not a bad book. It tells you all the different abbreviations and what they mean. Cool. Okay, we got blankets. So this is the first one it's showing in the book. Pretty simple pattern. Not, too busybody. So let's see how it gives you about the blanket. It tells you the size, the material, and then all the written instructions. Oh, and it does give you a graph too, so if you want to do graph form. Cool. Now I will say the one thing is that blanket I did attempt, it was done in a 2-row back and forth. So you can carry the yarn up. These ones, I believe, are 1 rows. I'd have to look at the chart. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 1 row. And then you cut the yarn at each end. I wonder if it can be converted to 2 rows. It'd make it double the length. You would have to do as many repeats. May have to play with that. And then there's another blanket here, which is the Christmas tree one. So I showed you on the cover. This is actually a pretty nice book. Wish I would have thought about it before. Now, there is another one on Amazon Canada that I was looking at, but it also has that Christmas tree one in it as well, the Christmas tree blanket. So I don't really need 2 books with the same pattern. So I'm not sure. Oh, that one's got, oh my goodness, a really full chart. Like, very full. Wow. And then it shows you, these ones look like they're squares and you sew them together. Well, that's kind of neat because then if you want to make it a different size, it'd be very easy to do. Just make more or less squares. Wow, this is a really nice book. I can't wait to get started on this one. Monday. Yeah, it's done in squares and they're done in a triangle. So you do increases and you do decreases. Well, that would be neat to learn. Wow. And then we got a zigzag chevron mosaic blanket. It's got tassels on the bottom, which I'm not a fan of the tassels. But you never know. That looks like a pretty easy chart. And then we got a Greek key mosaic blanket, which is another one that looks easy. Now that looks like it's done with a thicker weight yarn. So I'd have to definitely read it and see, and then wow, this is actually a really nice book. Oh, I like this idea. This is done in, oh, there's a graph for the other one. I missed the front page. I don't know what it was. This one's got stripes and it's got hearts. I myself would take out the stripes and just make it all hearts. That would be a fun one to do. Just make it hearts all the way up and remove the stripes in the center. That would be really pretty. I'm thinking that's going to be the last one. Yep. Now, I don't know. Obviously, I got to sit and read it. This one's got tassels as well, which, oh, this one even shows you the breakdown of the chart itself. So you know where the repeats are. Nice. So if you want to increase or decrease, well, increase especially. Now, I don't know if it gives you, because if you look at the, I'll go back to the first one for a moment. I'll go to the tree one. It looks like it's got that envelope border, which I've never made before. I have watched videos about it. So yeah, I gotta have to say, not a bad book. Like, this section's all the, you know, tips and trades, and then these are all the patterns. So it's not a very thick book, but it is a nice book. I'm glad I bought this one. It's got like 5 patterns on the front, and like I said, the one with the hearts, I would take out that center section and make it all just hearts. Christmas tree one, I would hold off on it for now because I don't have green, and actually it doesn't have the one with the pieces and you put them all together. Wow, I like it. So if you're looking for a book for mosaic, definitely check out Amazon or your local bookstore. Heck, even I could have possibly checked my library and maybe found a mosaic book and then just went and photocopied, you know, whatever I needed for it. But yeah, like I said, the pattern I was trying to make, it was a 2 rows, and then you just carried the yarn up. So I'm wondering if I can do that, because I like that technique better than cutting my strands and always working on the front. So we're going to play with this a little and see what I can do. Like, especially if I decide, like, say the heart one first, because the graph is so much smaller. So it would definitely be easy enough to, you know, do part of half the heart, say in the traditional mosaic where you're always cutting the yarn, but what I would do is just add different colors just to see, instead of cutting the skeins, and you know, so then it's, you know, got all these short pieces that it had nothing to do with when I rip it out, and then try and convert it over to a 2-row repeat. So I'm working front and back, and like I said, carrying the yarn up the side, which is the technique I want to use. But we'll see. All I can do is try and find out. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Hopefully I'll have a video for you guys tomorrow of the unicorn donut. Like I said, I want to get this bear done, this book put in the bag with the yarn, and go from there. With it being the warmer weather, I'm hoping also to start my garden. We are actually in the 20s all this week, and I think the lowest one day is 18, but that's Thursday or Friday. And I'm hoping by then it changes. I know when I checked it the other day, we were in the 20s and the 30s. I think it was 31 was what I saw for the high. Now, of course, this is all before Humidex. So I think I can finally plant my garden, like my seeds in my containers and put them in my little greenhouse. Which I don't know now that it's so freaking warm. I may be too hot to use the greenhouse as a greenhouse. I may be better off putting the containers on the shelves, but not put the plastic piece over. I don't know what should I do. Or put the plastic on it, but leave the zipper open so breeze can go through. And just zip it up at night if it seems like it's going to get too cold. I think that's what I'm going to do. Anyways, guys, thank you for stopping by. If you're new to my channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button, turning on notifications. I do hope to get back into recording more frequently than I have in the last couple weeks. Again, I do apologize for that. I am mainly a yarn channel. I knit and I crochet. And I'm always looking forward to trying new things, as you guys know, with the mosaic attempt I'm going to try. But I do want to give you guys updates on my garden and stuff once I get it going, which, like I said, hopefully will be maybe the next day or two. I also do camping, so who knows, I may do a video where it's just the campfire burning for a few minutes just because I feel like it. We actually have an event we're going to next month, weather permitted, for a big thing in town, and they do fireworks, and their fireworks are pretty amazing. So hopefully wherever we decide to sit this year coming up, which will probably be where we normally sit, hopefully there won't be as many kids screaming and yelling, and you guys will actually get to enjoy the video and hear the fireworks, weather permitted, obviously. Other than that, I do fish. Next fishing trip will be actually Father's Day weekend. Again, weather permitted. And who knows, maybe I'll have better luck than my husband, considering he had better luck than me Mother's Day weekend. But that's mainly what my channel is about. I do also occasionally do a pop-up bingo just for fun. Who knows, maybe I'll do one today or tomorrow. Today would be a good day maybe to do a bingo. We'll see. Maybe I'll put it up soon. Anyways, thank you guys for coming by. Again, I do apologize. It's been a while. This, like I said, was more of a talking video. Wasn't planning on showing you the bear, but I thought, what the heck? We'll prove I've been doing something. Anyways, guys, we'll talk soon. Bye for now.